Hello and welcome back to Healed Enough Lit. I'm glad y'all here. Feel me? Because this season has been nothing but walk out on faith, step out on faith. And I got a special guest today. I always say I got a special guest because I really do be having special people come through on the pod. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself, but this has been a long awaited guest, guys. So I'm happy she's here. Um, Ashley.
What's thank you so much for having me. This is my first podcast, so it's kind of cool.
What?
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is so fire to be here. It has been long awaited. I can't remember last you asked me a while ago for the other Ashley Faith, I guess, but
Yeah,
I am very happy to be here.
I get
Yes.
it.
My name is Ashley. I originally was, a regular Christian rapper, making Christian rap since 2015. I would say officially. I started in high school, but um, wasn't really Christian then at the time. So started in 2015, I would say. Joined a group and just started making rap, and we had like producers and singers and stuff in the group. But recently I switched to children's music, like I would say like real like toddler music. Because I feel like I heard God telling me to make children's music. Um I originally I couldn't really make music a lot. Like I really don't have that many songs out, because I was working a full-time job. And I was a software engineer, and I got laid off recently, after having a child. So it was a lot going on, but I heard God in my kitchen one day, to make children's music. And I really did not want to. At first I just really brushed it off. I really didn't want to make it. I was really just, I want to really rap. Like I want to do hip hop. But later on, like I want to rap. But later on, I was like, having a 1 year old and watching Miss Rachel. I don't know if you know who Miss Rachel is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I kind of that would be kind of cool, especially making like Christian songs for kids, like little kids. I don't really see a lot of people doing that for like toddlers, like. So yeah, I just started. I came up with a whole plan, came up with the name and everything, through prayer, and bought a green screen off of Amazon, and just got like an editor and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, it's really God. And I feel like, and originally I really did feel like I was called to children, like a long time ago, where I had like this experience when I was like 8 years old or something, with God, where I was like really sad about. I was, those commercials back in the day where the African kids, I mean, like, the African kids would be on the commercials and be really sad. I was like in my
Mm-hmm.
room, like crying over that commercial one day, and I really felt God's presence. And I remember praying, like, please help me to help children. Like one day I was praying, like, at 8 years old, praying that. And I just remember feeling like I'm gonna have, open orphanages one day. And I kind of forgot all that when I went to college. But recently he like reminded me of it, through this whole process of, creating Christian music for kids. I was like, wow, this is like full circle. Like it really does feel like I'm supposed
Yeah.
to, you know. So yeah, that's how it all kind of started.
Wow, I did not know that. First of all, we're gonna talk about that, you being in the group and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah.
but wow, I did not know that. I feel like, when we are like kids and stuff like that, that's that's when our purest
Mhm.
like intentions and motivations are there. Like as
Yeah.
an 8-year old, your heart was broken
Right.
for like,
Yeah.
seeing kids in another part of the world like, hungry and need support and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
then for you to hear you hear the call of God
Yeah.
like, yeah, you need to do this, but then you're like,
I know. It's like,
but
oh, the flesh of
it
the way.
it's always it's so weak. Like the crazy thing is sometimes we get stuck in the seasons that prepare us for like what we're actually supposed to do, and
Wow.
then we like, nah, I kind of want to stay in this season,
Right.
like I want
Right.
to, not to say that you can't still, do your rap thing, you feel me,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying like I feel like there's a need too, especially nowadays where I don't know, it's just like they're trying to tell kids who they are before
Mhm.
like before their parents tell them, but
Yeah,
before the community that's raising them telling them. It's like,
yeah.
and I love the song. You gonna tell
Thank
them
you.
about the song? Please
Thank
introduce the song to the people, please.
yes, it's called Child of God.
I'm a precious child of God, a precious little child of God. I'm a precious child of God, a precious little child.
It kind of came about, I would say, I was really like, if God wanted me to do this, he would give me a song and give me a beat and everything. So I was just really praying about it. And I eventually found this producer, and he like made super dope, like kind of fun sounding beat. So I chose that one. And then just kind of started writing and praying and writing. I like to write in my car. So I was just like going out, getting coffee, writing. And it really just the lyrics really just came. Like I was like, this was like one of the most easiest songs I've written. It really just felt right. I was like, wow, like I'm really like I really feel like the spirit is guiding me through this song. And the chorus came. And originally I was gonna use a kids choir, but I could never find one.
Mm,
I thought that would be super dope, but I couldn't get one together, and then like I didn't have the budget for like a legit one.
yeah,
So I remember talking to the mixer, the engineer, and he was like, you could do it yourself if you like, stack some tracks. And so I was like, okay, I'll do like 3 tracks, and then he mixed it. He made it sound good.
it does
So
sound good.
thank you, thank you. But yeah, the song is called "Child of God." Is really about like you said, helping kids know who they are, before the world, before their friends, before Satan tells them who they are. Like I think Jesus really wants them to come to Him early on. Like I remember having conversations with Jesus at a really young age, and I don't know if people think kids can do that or not, but they can,
Mm-hmm.
and He really
Sure.
wants them to know Him at that age. And so yeah, it's kind of just, it's teaching about Jesus, it's teaching about forgiveness, it's teaching about Joseph, Bible characters. And also it's comforting. Like I wanted it to, help kids that are maybe hurting or being neglected in different ways. Just to kind of know, like, even if you don't have a parent, or if you don't have someone showing you love or grace and stuff, God is always there for you. Like he's your actual father. So
Yeah.
I really wanted that to be expressed as well.
Yeah, I like the different um people in the Bible that you talked about, like
Yeah,
you said, you talked about Joseph and stuff like that. And when these kids go to school, sometimes these little kids be mean. You know what I mean? Little bullies
exactly.
and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Exactly.
before they tell them that you're this or you're that, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm a child of God, and I know, like, how kids will tell you all their business, right? they'll just
Yeah.
they'll do something, and you be like, wow, that was really smart. And I be like, did you know that was smart? They're like, yeah, I know, I'm smart. My mom told me I was smart.
Right.
So
Exactly.
this song, like,
Exactly.
yeah, I'm a child of God.
Yeah, I'm a child of God. Yeah, like
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what you say.
right. I don't care
Exactly.
what you saying. I'm a child of God. I think, man, I think that is so powerful. I think it's bold, and when you listen to the song, I'm a lyrics person. I've always been a lyrics person. You know, I I love melodies and I love the beat, but like, what are you saying? What are you
Right. I'm
actually
the same way.
saying?
Yeah, I'm the same
And I could get on this whole hill with this. You know what I mean? Because as artists, I feel like
way.
you really got to be careful what you putting in your music because people are going to say it over and over again.
Very true.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, what are they confessing? Are they confessing something good, or are they speaking a curse over their life? So
Mm.
even, I mean, I find myself singing it too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just a universal a hook for a precious
Same.
child of God.
I
Because
try
it's
to
like,
make it, sorry, I try
no,
to
no,
make
go
it
ahead.
like adults too, because I also want to touch that, I say like that inner child, because I just feel like there's a lot of unhealed adults walking around. So I wanted to make it, I wanted to make it good enough for kids and and their parents, or just regular older kids. I think it was like a 12 or 15-year-old told me they loved it, recently. So I was like, oh,
And
okay,
that is really good
yeah.
because they don't like nothing
I
at that
know, right?
age.
Is that
They
that's so
they so scary
true.
at that
That's
age.
so true.
I be praying for my nieces and nephews, like, oh Lord.
Yes, they be
But
like, that's a rebellious age.
I know that I mean, but that's the age where they're like trying to figure out who they are. So I
Right.
really like that you are being bold and you are stepping out and like, man, I want to pour into the youth at a time where you have other Christian artists
Hmm.
that are saying like certain people music, oh, that's good for like a youth group
Yeah.
in a way that's a like in a bad way. It's like
And I,
you
I
should
know.
be glad that the youth group wants to invite you out. You know
Right.
that age is the hardest to
It is
actually minister to.
very true. I'm like, do y'all have like, people around you? They really don't like nothing. So,
Exactly. So like, what do you should be honored,
yes.
like, and they like they are they are in this place where they're trying to figure out who they are, like aside
Mhm.
from their parents and
Yeah.
aside for what people have told them, but
Yeah.
they're at that age where they're searching themselves to try to figure out who they are. So the
Yeah.
fact that they're gravitating to a song that like I'm a child of God,
Right. Like I was like,
a
wow.
win is a win, guys. What are we talking about?
Right. I mean, they really needed even more than the toddlers do with them. You know what I mean? Like it's really hard, I think, at that age. Like they really starting to understand who they are. They starting to experience different things.
Hmm.
Hormones,
Puberty, yeah, yeah,
all types of. So it's really a dangerous age, and we really do need Christian music for that for them. I
yeah.
think that
I think.
conversation came
Go ahead.
about maybe because you know maybe they thought like Christian rap at one point was corny or something, and then it could
Hmm.
only play for the youth. I think what I'm saying, but yeah, it's kind of a weird conversation, to downplay any type of music for that age.
Yeah, that I mean, yeah. However it started, it need to stop.
I know.
Because you got people that are like being discouraged because yeah, the youth group keep calling them out, but like that is
Right.
a good thing that the youth
Exactly.
want to hear your music
Exactly.
talking about God, and they're lively because you go to these some events, the kids they don't want to do
Mm,
much, you know what I mean?
right.
So if they jumping around like, yes,
Yeah.
this is really good, guys.
Exactly.
Right, everybody called to who they called to. Everybody relax.
Right. Real. But
But I mean, I really like, I mean, besides that tween age, you know what I mean, like
mm.
even toddlers when they start, they're not even pronouncing the word right, but
I
it's
know.
so cute.
I know.
It's something that they can just, I'm a precious child of God.
Right.
Even if
Right.
they don't know the verses yet,
Yeah.
they know
Yeah.
the melody.
Right, and it's like something they can kind of repeat, like you said, to the, maybe they can say child of God, like my 1 year old, maybe she kind of says it, she sings along with it a little bit.
Hmm.
And also just the vibe of it, like it's like, maybe more of a, God in the beat, instead of listening to like demonic, beats, what I
Yeah,
mean? Stuff, maybe they can uh be ministered to in that way.
yeah. I mean, speaking of your daughter, is that another reason why? I mean, I remember you saying, earlier that you was watching Miss Rachel and stuff like.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That is definitely a reason. I kind of, test out songs with her and, see what she like and stuff. But that's definitely a reason. When I had her, I used to be not, I used to be not good with kids at all. And when I I was like, I definitely like, dang, can I like really like be in my, I was not good with kids. And I wanted to be, but it wasn't until I had her is where I really started to understand like children, like these are, human beings. Like I think, people start thinking kids, need to stay in kids' place, and there's a certain degree, what I
Hmm.
mean? But like I think people, in a certain way disrespect kids a lot. And
Yeah,
the feelings a lot, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
ignore them a lot. And so when I had her, I was like, wow, this is a whole full human being. Like they're just young, they're just small, they're just,
Hmm. This is just
but
a
it's a,
little human.
yeah, it's just a real human
Right, yeah.
that deserves respect. And so I started getting really like showing a lot of empathy for kids. And that kind of led into like the 8-year-old Ashley remembering, the kids on the TV screen. And, you know, and just wanting to make music to comfort them really is what it was. So yeah, that was she was a big part of it, you know. I can't even like see anything dealing with kids anymore, you know, on social media are is like devastating me. Like so I think that's kind of what it came out of too. When you know, Guy, I feel like he's called me to that when he told me in the kitchen, you know, to make the music. So um, I do really want to provide comfort in music. I feel like I think our generation is doing a little better, you know, with like gentle parenting. Hopefully, it's not like
Sometimes it's OD, but
I know,
hey,
right? It's like a I was gonna say it's like a you know
it's
a
a nice
line.
balance. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, you know. But as long as like we just not ignore, you know, just don't ignore their feelings. And I want the music to, you know, kind of help them, you know, if they're lacking in any other areas, you know what I mean?
That's
So
good. I mean, I really love the like the motivation for it because sometimes people just start doing stuff because they be like, "Hey, it's a bag over there."
yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
know.
Like, I love
Yeah,
that this part of you, this part of your artistry, like reminded you of um dreams that you had when you were a child.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Sure, yeah.
the most purest form of a dream. You know what I mean? When you're a kid, you just be like, and I want to be an astronaut because
I know.
I want to stop the stars from burning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like in
that's
some kind of way, it's like, oh, that's a nice reason why you want to do that.
yeah.
Like, I mean, like kids are the best because they do have like this carefree, like
Mm,
attitude, this
yeah.
curiosity, especially when they
Yeah.
start waking up and they just at this age where they just ask you every question
Yes.
that you
Oh,
ever heard in your life.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, yes. I have a 3-year-old nephew and he like in that stage right now, you know, like really exploring. Everything is why, you know, why you gotta do so
Why? Why?
you know, but they really, you know, are sponges and they, you know, I fill up on whatever they around. Like they literally fill up. Like I said something the other day, my daughter said it the same way. And I was like, oh wow, so you at that stage. I need to like I need to like, you know, be careful. But yeah, so hopefully, you know, playing, you know, godly music for them will help them, you know, soak that up, you know.
Yeah, I saw the video that you shared where it was a little, I think it was like a little girl in a car seat singing it.
Little child God, I'm precious child God, precious little child.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, it
Yeah.
almost made me
That
cry.
was I know she was so precious. I was like, it was her. Her mom was is a Sunday school teacher. She made like Sunday school videos every week.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so she put my song in the video. So I thought that was really cute.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, her name is Sunday School with Miss Janika. I think it's on YouTube. Yeah,
Okay,
Janika. Yeah,
that's good. That's
yeah.
dope. I'm looking forward to hearing more of it, but I just can't let this interview pass without talking about. Like I said, because I've always been a lyric person. I feel like even with you putting those different stories in this song, Child of God,
Mm.
this is one song that you got. It's called Sanctified. You know what I mean? And see, that's Ashley Faith. Like, I know we're
Right,
talking about
right.
Ashley right now, but just let me just pause for a second. Because I love the song Sanctify for so many reasons. It's like
Mm.
the hook.
Sanctify me, make me godly, make the blind see angels guide me. Flesh is dying, purify me, sanctify me, Lord. I need you to sanctify me, Lord. I need you to sanctify me, make me godly, make the blind see angels guide me. Flesh is dying, purify me, sanctify me, Lord. I need you to sanctify me, Lord, me, Lord.
You always got like some lyrics that are like, if I speak this over myself, I feel empowered.
Yeah,
Like I feel like it's strengthening my faith. And I
yeah,
feel like when when you started making, when you made Child of God, it kind of had these same principles.
yeah. Hmm.
But I gotta tell you though, one time I was bumping Sanctify. It was like one of them summer days, the windows down. I'm just letting it blast. Just letting it blast. I was like, cause it got that vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this guy was kind of like walking by. He was like, "Ooh." he just had his hands up, just like
Oh wow.
walking past, like on a meeting screen. He was
Wow.
like, "Yes, sanctify me." I'm like, "Yes,
Wow,
sir. Get some of this word." You
that's
feel me?
crazy. That is hilarious. But yeah, I do like that song. 'Cause you know what's crazy? I'm trying to remember. I remember the beat, and I was gonna change the beat originally, and I felt like the spirit was like, "Don't like pick this beat right here. Like, don't change it."
Hmm.
And
Do
I don't
not
even.
change it.
Yeah, I didn't even know if I liked that song that much. I didn't know people were gonna vibe with it as much. It's always that song that you don't know that like I
Yeah.
literally get the most love from. But yeah, I remember when I first started making music, and I felt conviction like to only write I only really make songs where people can say it like you said and not like speak like curses over them and stuff like stuff they really can like benefit from spiritually because I felt convicted to really watch what you say when you make music like you are making stuff for people to hear that God loves like this is people God loves you want to be
Hmm.
careful what you say when you're talking to their spirit. This is somebody that God is working in, you know what I mean, like put a
Yeah.
lot of time, invest a lot of time. You don't want to come across and have something worldly and sinful, and he looking at you now like, you know what I mean, like, dang, you can't even listen to my other child, you know what I'm
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying because it's
saying?
like people can't. I say it all the time. Like once you hear something, you can't unhear it.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And the songs is basically they gonna be around forever, especially in the digital age now. Like this
yeah,
song gonna be around forever.
right,
You know,
exactly,
he's talking about sanctify me, make me godly, and it's
exactly.
it's like one part in there that like used to like really stick out to me. I'm like I could preach a whole sermon on this part because it's like what was it like take my sinner flesh, clean it up. I don't want no more.
Caught up in this world and whole time losing our soul. Make my heart your home, make your thoughts my own. Since the struggle in the jungle, yeah, but now don't fight alone. Thank you God for hope, praise God you're enough. Thank you God for joy, take my sin and flesh, clean it up. I don't wanna know more. I don't wanna know more.
Take it. I don't want it no more. Cause
Yeah.
it's a point in time where we really think what we do is like good for us, and we
Mm,
want it. We don't want to like
yeah.
we feel like it's something that covers us. It makes us who we are. You know what I mean? And it's like take it. I don't even want it no more.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I'm just like, man, that part of it is just like that's one of my favorite songs. I still bump it.
But-
Make me darling, let this darling. Call Timmy here to sing it. It's like no.
you can still kill that part, but yes.
Especially at the end, I be trying
Oh
to,
yeah.
oh God.
Oh my goodness.
He be running it. I'm like, go ahead, boy.
He be practicing his runs all day. I be hearing him like,
What?
yeah. Oh, he love that's a sing. Tim love to sing. That's my
Oh
husband.
yeah.
If y'all know, but he is a singer. He be all day singing runs and just
That's
it's
what's
cool.
up. I've had to,
Uh,
we gonna have to, you know what I'm
I know,
saying?
right? I
We
know,
need
like
a song. I know y'all busy
yeah,
and y'all got a toddler and stuff, but we gotta make it happen.
yes, I
Let me
know, I
be all
know.
selfish. Look, I know y'all got a
That's
kid, but so what? It's like no.
nah, I do want to definitely like do more music. Which you definitely yeah. Oh, we should do a kid song. I think that.
We should, you
Yeah,
know. I
yeah.
think I got one. It's like, nah, I don't. But I'm pretty sure if we just sit down, we can do it.
I know,
We
right? I
can do
know.
it for sure. I think it's really special that um, your what you wanted to do as a child came full circle.
Hmm.
Like when you were a little kid, you wanted to help kids, and
Yeah,
then I feel like sometimes people, whether it's life or just like stuff that had situations that happen, circumstances, sometimes we do forget about what we
right,
wanted to do, like for the Lord when we were young, where we
yeah,
feel like it came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? But it was
right.
like one of the most pure things. So if you could say something to somebody that's listening today that's probably forgot about the
Mhm.
dream that God has put in their heart when they was little, what would you say?
Yeah, that is very true because that was in my heart for a long time. And I remember thinking, like, this is the goal. This is the plan. Like, I'm going to get older no matter what. The real goal is to open orphanages, one day, like legit, dope, orphanages. And that was on my heart for, all my life, until I went, I think later on in college, I think I thought, well, I don't know, it's not happening. So I kind of just put it in the back of my mind. I stopped thinking about it, and when it's really of God though, it's just not gonna go away. So later on, I became a software engineer and I was doing that, and but I always wanted to do music for real, but I just always felt like I couldn't do it because the job was so demanding and exhausting.
Yeah,
Um,
it take a lot out of you mentally.
yeah, trying to do 9 to 5 and music. It's like, oh my gosh. So, but getting having a child and then getting laid off, that I felt like, God was God. Because, I tried to find, jobs after that, but the market is so tough to get back into. But I also felt like, I feel like he doesn't want me to get back into it. I think he wants me to, do this lane. Because when I was like strategizing everything about, the new Ashleigh and marketing and all that, it's like he showed me. He reminds like it's like he showed me my whole life, like my life flash before my eyes almost. Because it's like he brought me all the way back to when I had that experience when I was like 8 years old, and I was like, oh wow, I literally like this is was the plan. Like I am supposed to do something with kids, you know what I'm saying? And like he reminded me of that situation and where I felt his presence and I was crying about the kids. And then later on reminded me of just the orphanage that I had like a whole plan. I had written a plan down, to make orphanages. Um, and then now the children's music, and it's like he was like showing me everything in my heart and like how far he wants to take it as well. And I was like, wow, this is like, this is really God's plan. And I would just say to the one that does feel like God, has something for you, or you had a dream back then that you really felt was from God, like it's it's going to happen. Like he has work, people in the earth to do his work. He really makes plans, before you were born. And he wants certain things to be accomplished. I would just not give up on it because I really kind of just put it in the back of my mind, didn't even really think about it anymore. I would not give up on it. And just I would pray consistently for him to bring about a way to complete that vision. You know what I mean? Because I thought I was stuck in the 9 to 5, and but I would always pray, that he would get me out of the 9 to 5 because I really did not want to live life like that. Um, Not really knowing that me getting out was going to lead me to children's music, to the whole place. So you know what I mean? Like I would stay in prayer about what you feel he has called you about. Like nothing can go wrong with you praying. Um, and I would just tell you that he's always listening to your prayers. Whether you can hear him or not, just know he's always listening. So that's one way to keep your faith and hope alive. But definitely prayer and just know it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna bring it around. If you don't feel like it's happening right now, there's something you feel is impossible to move out the way. Like I would have never kind of quit my job. You know what I mean? I had to kind of get laid off uh to not work. So keep praying and just believe he knows what he's doing. He, been doing it for thousands of human beings.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I mean? His plans come across, consistently. Like he knows what he's doing. So just keep praying.
Yeah, I mean, even the way that he kind of opened the space, opened the door for you, and then kind of like, because I do think sometimes I mean, we need to work, but I think sometimes we get consumed by work sometimes, like,
Right.
because it
Right.
does take a lot out of us mentally. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you work all day, and then
Right.
you come home and it's like I just need some peace of quiet for a little bit,
Right.
and
Right.
then I'm gonna get to whatever I'm supposed to be getting to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes we do need that space away, and
Mhm.
then to not look at it, especially if you're a believer, like when things happen that are like unfortunate, it's like
Mhm.
to not look at it like, oh my gosh, and then
Yeah.
start panicking and stuff like that, but really
Yeah.
just like, God, what you doing in the season? Because my life is
Right.
committed to you, so I know you
Exactly.
got to be doing something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because you can make everything work for my good. So like, what is
Exactly.
the good that's coming
Exactly.
out of this? So
Yeah,
I
and
really,
I mean, I was praying for that too, and then they like, you gotta watch what you pray for, but it was a good thing
you better watch
because
it.
I was like, help me get out of the knot. Like, I don't want to look this like, and then you get laid off, and you gotta make adjustments and stuff. But like you said, like when you really are a child of God, like it's all gonna work feel good, and you can lean back on that, like the fact that He is your provider, like the scripture in the Bible where He provide, addresses the lilies. I think, the fact that you just in Christ, is a safety net. Like He is your fortress. You really don't have we really don't have to worry. Humans we will worry, but like when God is gonna work out.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, yeah, I was praying to get out the job and I'm out, so we about to. about
Okay,
to see.
so three things. Watch what you pay for, number one.
Exactly.
Number two, when it happens the way that you didn't expect it, don't
Exactly.
panic.
Exactly.
And number three, just pray. Look, he gonna bring it back to your remembrance.
Exactly.
Okay, we got our 3 steps on
That's-
on how to remember what
oh
God placed into your heart. No,
my
that's
god.
really good though, because I
Okay.
do I do think that a lot of believers have that kind of full circle moment where like when they were a kid they said something or they felt some type of way,
Yeah.
um, and then
Yeah.
like I think even with like our bad experiences, sometimes we feel like I don't know if that might that might be my portion for real. Even if you
Okay.
remember the dream, like how you say, you're like, I was kind of bad with kids. So
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
it's like, am I
Yes.
supposed to start an orphanage?
I know, right?
But
Yeah.
that's
No.
good though.
Really
Like,
feel-
it's all training
I
grounds.
know, like it's like I had to have a child to learn.
Sometimes you got to be in the thick of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, and motherhood is crazy. Like it's stuff that you just cannot explain. But
I heard it was the hood for real.
it's the
I heard it
it's
was the
the hood.
hood.
Oh my goodness! But
Hmm.
the kids are wonderful. But it's just I would just say you have to be really mature to have kids.
Listen, so you gotta be really mature.
Yeah, you
Do you
gotta
love mommy? No. So, okay.
be.
This is a
Exactly.
gentle parenting. Okay, one day you will. I'm not
Exactly.
gonna pressure you, even though I take care of you and clothe you
I
and
know.
would die for you. Okay.
3 times exactly. Woke up every 2 hours. It's like no.
Exactly. Look at you. All right, we ain't gonna trigger moms on the pod. We not gonna trigger y'all.
Oh my
But
god.
thank you so much, Ashley, for taking the time to come on the pod. I really
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it. Thank you
Yeah.
for encouraging the people. You know what I mean. Anything you want to promote?
Yeah. I am still making like rapidy rap. Like I'm still making.
I say rapidy raps too, girl. I
Oh.
say rapidy raps too.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm still making that. I'm trying to, I'm trying to be consistent with both now. I feel like God really like helped me understand like, I don't know, social media and the business side when I started doing children's music. I was like, oh, so this is really what I'm supposed to do because you really give me understanding. So, but now I'm trying to like, I'm still trying to make the other music too. So I'm working I'm about to put I think I'm about to put out a single soon on the Ashleigh Faith side. If you guys want to follow that page. It's been a while, I had the baby and everything. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm gonna put a single out, really start promoting over there. You came up in my mind though when I was writing it. Like, so I'm like, this
Don't fight the Lord on this
I
one,
know,
Ashley. Just
like
let him
no,
use you.
I'm gonna send it because I was like, I feel like I want a feature on this. I just don't know. But it's interesting. So I'm gonna send it to you.
All right, bet. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know if you got my email, but I'll send it to you in the wish call. I'll actually
Okay.
on my phone is up there. But yeah, thank you again for coming on. Thank you for lending your time. I know you got a 1-year-old, so I'm gonna let you get back to the best hood in the world.
Downstairs
Motherhood.
screaming right now. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got the voice isolation. I don't hear that. No, it was a joy having you on the pod for real. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much. It was dope. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Next time we gotta get Tim on here. And,
Yeah.
the baby can make an appearance.
It's gonna be oh my god.
All right. All right, until next time, y'all. This is Healed Enough. All right, Ashleigh.
All right.
All right. Send me that song, girl.